Oh my god, this is crazy!
Middleofnowheregaming.com. Everybody go to that website. Say we sent you.
Yeah, get that traffic
I bet they're really good at Minecraft. They're probably the antithesis of us.
This is the Middle of Nowhere Gaming Podcast.
Welcome into episode 51 of the Middle of Nowhere Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Courtney Osborne, and today I'm joined solely by the Nintendo Ninja, Lou.
Solely? Does that mean I have a lot of soul?
So, no.
Damn it.
I'm saying that you are the sun. You are the sun of my universe.
I'm the light of your life.
Yes, that's it.
Knew it.
You might have to fight Erica for it.
I'm not fighting her.
That would be a Super Smash Bros. Brawl I would watch. Yes.
Mud wrestling.
Wait, whoa.
What?
Whoa.
I'm just saying I look fantastic in a bikini.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you look fantastic in mud. I was like, well.
I'm willing to take that bet, but I don't know.
Okay, so, episode 51. Last week was 50. That was exciting. That was fun. Ready to get some more champagne? Huh? No. Another drinking game.
Oh, by the way, if anyone wants that to be a regular thing, let us know. We've been kind of toying around with making a more drinking, comedy-oriented podcast, still related to gaming, of course.
Yeah, like a weekend late-night drinking game podcast. More like a talk show, us shooting the shit kind of
late night show thing with a more formal kind of script, probably, I'm guessing. But, you know, with drinking games littered throughout, and I had a fun time. We've never done a drinking one, I don't think.
Nope. Yeah.
Right, so I had a great time with
that being
episode
said,
50.
Yeah, we had a comment from JR8 Zeppelin on my IGN. He said, "This is my first time tuning into the MONG Podcast. Really enjoyed it. Super Smash Bros. Talk and drinking games are right up my alley. I'll definitely be tuning in for more. Congrats on number 50." So thank you, Zeppelin. Super Smash Bros. Talk. I don't even remember talking about Super Smash Bros. So the drinking games, that was I don't know how, honestly, you know, editing the podcast, I don't typically listen to the entire thing. I skim through it because I know when there was mess ups. I know when things I need to edit and change. And after doing 50 of them, I've become a little experienced on it. So I don't know how it all ended up sounding together in its final form. And especially since I was still like tipsy when I was editing it at the end. So I'm hoping it sounded all right. Especially since we had, let's look, we've had like 300 listens to it so far. So yeah, hopefully those people listened to a good podcast and it wasn't bad. It wasn't shitty. But
I think it's interesting.
It was interesting. So Miles has the butt cancer.
Yes, he does. Getting new jobs.
He's looking into getting jobs to pay off the payments for his butt cancer cure or therapy, butt cancer therapy. There we go. But yeah, hopefully he'll be joining us mid podcast today. We don't know. We're not sure. Hopefully his interview goes well. Hopefully he gets the job. If we hear about it during the podcast, or if he joins, we'll let you know about what happened or not. And if not, we'll let you know next week. I don't know where he applied. He didn't let us know, did he?
No, he didn't.
So
IGN.
Yeah, hopefully it was
not hearing
IGN.
it from us.
He had to drive to IGN to go to the interview and drive back. Yeah. So other than all that, before we get going on the news, everyone knows Destiny came out last week. Literally everyone and their mom and dog are freaking playing Destiny. My friends list right now is almost 200 friends on PSN, and at any one time, there's literally 50 or 60 of them playing Destiny. Literally, like I'm not exaggerating, and it's ridiculous. When I hop on, I instantly get joined by people, and I'm like, no, no. And I always have to go change my party to invite only because people just keep jumping into my party, my fire team. I'm like, no, stop. I'm doing shit, man. But we have a Mong Destiny clan. And it's middle of nowhere gaming, and then the little 4-letter tag or whatever that is included after your name just says Mong in all caps.
If you join the clan, we'll actually play with you. We won't just kick you out like Courtney does.
Yeah, that was what I was getting at. Is if you're actually in the clan, then I would love to play with you. I mean, I'm not excluding people from playing. It's random people that keep jumping into my team that I don't know. So if you want to join the clan, we're going to include the link in the description for the video of this, and then also in the story on the website. So you could all you have to do is click the link and go to it. But once you're on it, you need to sign into your PlayStation Network account or whatever you have, and you could join the group, which is different from the clan. The group is like a forum, and so like we could post threads and stuff, and we can all talk about we could set up when we want to do a raid or when we want to do some strikes or stuff like that. So that's what the group means. But you actually have to join the PlayStation clan or the Xbox clan, which are two separate things. So once you join the group, also join the clan. It's a separate button. We have 15 members and 15 followers or whatever, but only 9 clanmates. There are 6 people who have not joined the clan who are just in the group that can participate in the forums. So if you want to join the clan, go ahead. We welcome everybody. We would love to have everybody in. And if you don't want to join the clan, you just want to join the group and just talk with us on the forums and stuff, you're more than welcome to do that as well. So yeah, go ahead and join up with that. It was over the weekend, me and Josh, one of our loyal listeners, and Tyler, one of our writers, we were all in the clan together. So we all, it said Mong after all of our names. And we did one of those strikes and didn't die during it. And something else. So we got 3 trophies all at once for it, because if you do a strike with all 3 of them being in your clan and then not dying and then something else, I don't even remember what it was, you get trophies for it. So it was really fucking cool.
Nice.
Are you in the clan?
Am I? Yeah, I'm in the clan. I just joined yesterday, I think. So
I was gonna say I remember seeing you on the members list, but I didn't remember if I checked the PlayStation clan.
Yeah, I didn't really check the online stuff or the app stuff. I just been playing the game.
Oh yeah, you're not in the clan, dude. You're only in the.
Oh really?
You're only in the group. So
I'm one of those small. I'm gonna add this right now.
I was gonna say, go ahead and sign in and do that real quick. You're on the group, but not on the clan. I don't think we don't have enough Xbox members right now to actually have an
none.
Xbox clan. Yeah,
literally none.
So nobody who is playing Destiny has joined the Xbox clan. However, if you want to join it, you're more than welcome to. We just have to have a few of you. I think 3 people. I think that was what the rule was. 3 people join the Xbox clan, and then it will start saying Mong after your name. So that's the rules that Bungie established or whatever. I really like Bungie.net. Oh my god, these stats are so extensive.
Oh, I think every game should have that. It's really great. And I'm in the clan now, by the way. So
okay, cool. All right, so if you want to join, go ahead and click on the link and go and do all that stuff. And we'll play with you throughout the weekend, and the next few weeks. You ready to move on to the news?
Yeah, let's move on.
The news from nowhere. Was that a drum roll thing?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It was me smacking the table, though.
Okay. Tales of Zestiria will be released in January for Japan. In the latest issue of Jump magazine, Bandai Namco announced that Tales of Zestiria will be released on January 22nd, 2015 in Japan. The release date was actually leaked by accident last week, which was actually the week before, on the game's official website before immediately being taken down. The magazine article also introduces a new character named, I'm assuming Rose, but it could be Rose because there's the little accent
I'm going to go with Rose.
Yeah, it could be Rose. Accent mark over the E. Who is said to be cheerful and lively and sets the mood of the group. There's no word yet on when Tales of Zestiria will be released in the West. However, Bandai Namco is on record saying that it will be released within the same year as it is in Japan, so expect it to be sometime in 2015. Me being the Tales expert and the JRPG expert and the localization expert, it's since it's going to be the same year, releasing it in Japan in January literally means you can release it anytime next year. So it's like that does not narrow down our release dates at all. However, if they stick to what they have been doing the past few years, is every flagship Tales game, which means main Tales game or whatever, because they have offset games or whatever. The main Tales games have been released in August the past 2 years. So I would expect it to be no sooner than August for Zestiria. However, it could also be a fall game. It could be a November game. So my two bets are on August. I'm betting like 75% of it. Like there's 75% chance that it's going to be August, and probably 25% it's going to be November. I don't see it being any sooner than August. But I'm really excited about this because typically we don't get Tales games until 2 years after the release in Japan. So if we're getting it in the same year, it's going to be, within a year from now, most likely. And Zestiria looks fucking awesome. I'm super excited.
I'm still curious what Jump magazine is.
It's, I believe, if I'm correct, it's
just a bunch of people jumping around in a magazine.
No. I believe it's Shonen Jump. Yeah. Weekly Shonen Jump is what it's actually called.
Oh, okay.
It's just stylized as Jump. It's a line of manga magazines created by some weird name. The origin is unknown. What? The Jump magazines are intended for the male audience, although the Weekly Shonen Jump magazine has also been popular to the female demographic. Let's see. There's one more thing I could read off that will help you understand a little bit more. Shonen it literally meaning few years and generally referring to a typical boy from elementary school. So it's just like a young male demographic manga magazine that also advertises game releases, anime releases, stuff like that.
Right.
So that's what it is.
All right.
So yeah.
So you're excited about this one?
Oh, so excited. Oh my God. Like two or 3 weeks ago, I reviewed Tales of Exilia 2, and it was really, really good. I'm obviously on record saying that it's the best JRPG since Ni no Kuni, which is saying a lot. And Zestiria looks fantastic. Although it's on PS3, which sucks, but whatever. I'm super excited. That's your JRPG moment this week, brought to you by Courtney and his Japanese mind.
Awful.
Can I be
Moving on?
Can I be the samurai? The
No,
Sony samurai?
I think we played around with that. Didn't you want to be the PlayStation Playboy though?
No, well that was for something random, and I didn't come up with that. I
think I did.
I was gonna say somebody else did, because we were trying to come up with nicknames. Wasn't that for the drawing?
Yeah, it was that or the Twitch Titan.
The Twitch Titan, yeah.
That just sounds like a Titan twitching though. It's
the twitching Titan. Okay, moving on. Number 2.
Speaking of Titans.
Oh, hey-oh.
Destiny sold 500 million on its first day. Destiny sold over 500 million on its first day, making Bungie's highest anticipated shooter one of the most successful launches for a new franchise. It is important to note that copies were sold to stores rather than consumers. However, this is still an impressive number. Destiny is not only the most successful new franchise, but is also the highest selling day one digital console release in history. That sounds like a lot of qualifiers. Anyway, to put this into perspective, Grand Theft Auto 5 made 800 million in its first day. Activision has yet to reveal how many units were sold. What this means for everyone listening, and especially those who listen at episode 50, is Courtney will have to buy me a pizza.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to think. I was looking at all this and trying to dissect why Grand Theft Auto made more. So how is it blah blah the most blah blah blah? And then I was like, oh wait, new franchise. Okay, digital console release. Okay, yeah. All this makes sense now. So you're telling me that Destiny made back the money that Activision spent on advertising?
Well, that was, I mean, offhand. Damn it. That was more of an offhanded comment, so I hear.
Well, yeah, no, and it wasn't the development. That's not how much it costs to develop the game. That's for all the advertising, packaging, shipping, all this other stuff, and then also money that's still stored away that will be spent later too.
Right, upkeep because it's a 10-year game.
Yeah. Okay. See, I've heard a lot of mixed reports lately about that whole saying right there, the 10-year game. Is it Destiny that is literally going to be 10 years, kind of like WoW, where they update it with expansions? Or is it going to be Destiny 2 in 2 years and Destiny 3 in 5 years or whatever? Because I've heard that Activision is trying to get them to be on an every other year release schedule.
If I know the gaming industry, and I think I do, I don't think there's any chance Activision is going to turn down a 2-year release schedule or a 1-year release schedule.
That's what I keep saying, but everyone keeps telling me, no, it's 10 years for Destiny. Like, did I mention on the podcast? No, I didn't mention. On Friday, you know how I rented? I had GameFly for Destiny at first.
Yep.
I ended up shipping it back and going and buying Destiny on Friday night. And when I was there, the employee who sold me the game was like, "Hey, do you want to buy the DLC pack or whatever? What the fuck are they called? Season pass. And
right.
I was like, how much is it? And she was like, $35. So that means you get $5 off, if you buy it now. And I was like, well, I don't know. And she's like, well, it's for the 10 years of Destiny. So if you don't buy it now,
that is not
it'll
right.
be 4 years, or it'll be $4 or $5 more or whatever. And it's your chance to get the 10 years of DLC. I'm like, no, thank you. Like, I was like, you're so wrong. This is this expansion pack, this DLC pass. This is literally for the next year. That's it. It's like, it's 2 expansions is all that's going to give you. And it's not 2 expansions for 10 years. Like, come on. Obviously, I'm in the business to know more than this employee would be, because since they just sell the games, that doesn't necessarily mean they have to pay attention to everything or know anything about it all. But
right.
But yeah, so that was just funny. So yeah, I probably do owe you a pizza.
We'll see.
It'll be an exciting moment.
We'll see when MPD comes in.
I bought 1 copy of Minecraft this week, hoping that boosts that one more cell.
You're doing it. Does that come across as 3 different buys though? That's what I'm wondering.
See, well, I didn't do the PS3 version to cross buy. Erica and I were talking about it, and I was just like, you know what? How often are we ever going to play Minecraft, first of all? And how often are we going to want to play it on Vita? Or on PS3 when I have it on PS4, And we both decided that probably never on Vita. And so I was just like, you know what, let's just get PS4 then. So that's what we went with. Yeah, so I'm hoping Minecraft beats Destiny. See, but though, there are semantics to this, did you go back and listen to find out if we said total?
No, I still have to do that. I still have to find exactly where it is.
Yeah, it's units sold or if total cost, because if it's total cost, obviously Destiny destroys it. There's no way Minecraft wins. Honestly, there's no way Minecraft wins either way, but still. Okay, so yeah. How nice would it be to have $500 million in one day?
How nice would it be to just have pizza right now? That'd be awesome.
You still have 14 days.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Number 3, Xbox One was released in Japan last week. No. A week and a half ago. It was the previous Friday. Not last Friday, but the Friday before. To a very, very, very slow launch. Microsoft's
Surprise!
Yeah, no one was surprised. Microsoft's latest console sold 23,562 units during its launch. This immediately draws a comparison to the 300,000 units that Sony's PlayStation 4 moved in the first 2 days in the same exact market. Yeah, that's 15 times more that the PlayStation 4 sold. However, if you look at, it was included in the story, but I didn't want to include it in on our doc here. Weekly sales for the Xbox One or whatever, it actually did outsell everything else, I believe, in Japan. It outsold Wii U, PlayStation 4, all that stuff for that 1 week, which makes sense because they've had all the other units that they could buy forever, and now it's a brand new console, so that should jump up for a week. But that was kind of funny to see the Xbox One did win out on the week, but they lost significantly.
Right. So far, Xbox has this one victory they have this week. Meanwhile, PlayStation 4, of course, sold the most consoles for this generation in the first couple of days. And I think the Wii U has had the biggest legacy just selling-wise. It's been able to sell consistently more than PlayStation 4 on a weekly basis.
In Japan, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
The one market where it does that, but...
Well, God, can you imagine with all the upcoming games, too? it's just going to skyrocket Wii U sales in Japan. Everywhere, some of the games like Super Smash Bros.
Oh my God, Super Smash Bros.
but
Well, we get more news
Yeah,
about Japan sales and Smash Bros. Later.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to jump into that now and just come back?
Yeah, do you want? Let me,
let's go ahead and do that.
All right. Well, this is story number 11 out of the 12. But Smash Bros. On 3DS has sold 1 million, dollars or 1 million copies.
1 million copies.
1 million. Oh, damn.
Yeah. That's why it's a story.
Copies during opening weekend in Japan. Super Smash Bros. Is leading the Japanese charts ahead of Destiny, Naruto, and Dragon Quest X. As of this morning, Nintendo has announced that Smash reached over 1 million sales in Japan during the first 2 days of the game going on sale. These figures include digital and physical sales, but it's not readily apparent if the total figures are sold to consumers or shipped.
In other news, also 1 million people have broke their 3DS in Japan.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how that pans out with hopefully that doesn't happen to my 3DS.
This is why I'm not buying it on 3DS. Oh man. No, huge congrats out to Bandai Namco and Nintendo. Smash Bros, that's a very successful game in Japan. That 1 million in one fucking weekend in a small ass country. Like, damn, that is a lot of sales.
That doesn't seem like a gigantic number. I mean, because Destiny probably sold about 10 million copies, a little bit less within the first couple of days.
Worldwide.
Worldwide, they're doing 500,000 or 500 million, in total sales. But just for Japan has a very, even though it's very gaming centric, it is a very small market.
Yeah, it's extremely small market. However, that being said, the handheld market is not small in Japan. The handheld market is huge.
That's the dominant market. So
yeah, even people who aren't considered gamers have handheld gaming consoles there, or play games on their cell phones. Even adults, like the businessman and stuff like that, they do it too. They play games. So that's really good news to hear about that. We're 2 weeks away for launch here for in the US, October 3rd.
Yeah, we're just about 2 weeks away.
Two and a half weeks. It's on a Friday.
I'm going to be spending a solid chunk of tonight playing the
demo,
playing the first look beta whatnot for platinum members of Club Nintendo.
Yeah, I played it over the weekend.
You were platinum?
No, every platinum member gets 4 codes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I should be doling those out.
So yeah, I got a code and I played it over the weekend. It's really good, surprisingly good. Felt like I was playing it on GameCube. It felt exactly like that. It looked beautiful for a little 3DS screen. It's really cool. I really, really, really enjoyed it. However, just like I've always said, is I don't want it on 3DS. I want it on Wii U. So
right.
I won't be buying it, but I really did enjoy the demo. So I hope you do too. Are you going to write anything about it?
We already have a first impression piece. So
yeah, but that doesn't mean that you can't write something else. You can't write some counterpoint, or you can't add to it, or you can't write it from a specific point of view that's different or anything.
Well, I'm not going to write just to write. The better chance is that I'm going to most likely play it if I have something different to say, or if I feel
you
that
should review the demo.
Yeah. First impression review. Editorial.
Okay, sorry. But what we were referring to, though, or what I was referring to at the beginning of it, whenever he finished reading the story, apparently people's slide pad are breaking or whatever. Is that what it's called? Slide pad?
Circle pad.
Circle pad? I thought it was slide something.
I think it's a circle pad because the other one, the big boat thing is the Circle Pad Pro, and it just adds another one on the side.
Super Smash Bros. Gameplay causing 3DS slide pads to break.
Slide pads?
So it's the one on the left, the slide pad. Yeah, it's the one on the left. It's the one that just slides right above the D-pad. Yeah. So people's slide pads are breaking playing 3DS, or the demo and the full version, I guess. In Japan, it's happening everywhere too. So people are posting pictures all over the place of it breaking off, which does not surprise me whatsoever, like at all. this could have been expected because Super Smash Bros. Can be a very intense game, requiring you to, hit the buttons as fast as possible, slam it around and stuff. And if you're not careful about doing that, you could easily put too much force into it and just snap it off. So that it's kind of like overuse. It's overuse of the DualShock 4, how some people's our left stick is peeling off.
I still don't know how people do that. I think it has to be fault. Really?
Yeah. I had to buy an extra. I had to buy a blue, I bought a blue one because I wanted the color, but I bought it because the other one was the sticky stuff or whatever. The covering is tearing off.
Oh, see, that hasn't happened to me yet, and I think I played a decent amount of PlayStation 4, especially with Velocity.
Yeah,
like that was a lot of
but that's
me just sitting
recent,
there.
Though.
Yeah,
I was playing Watch Dogs and Wolfenstein and Bound by Flame and all these other games throughout the early part of the year and the summer when you were playing the more indie games and stuff.
Right.
But, I mean, obviously, there's no difference between indie game and AAA game on how much usage you get into a controller or whatever.
Right, but a lot of them weren't being played on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there were people who had this like the first couple of days with Resogun.
That's crazy.
So I think it might have been a bad batch, and I just didn't buy that batch.
Could be, yeah. It easily could be, because mine was my launch controller. So
right. Well, so was mine. I'm worried.
So, okay, the other story about Super Smash Bros. Is that the Super Smash Bros. For Wii U release date might have been leaked. Fans have been waiting a long time for the official release date for Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, and it seems like it was just leaked from a pre-order card at the retailer Fred Meyer, which shows a November 21st release date. However, Nintendo has yet to confirm this. As of now, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U is expected to launch holiday 2014, while Super Smash Bros. For 3DS launches on October 3rd. I saw another story this morning, and I don't remember where. I was racking my brain before we started the podcast trying to find it, and I couldn't. But the other story also has the same date. It was another retailer in the U.S. saying November 21st. So all signs are pointing to that right now. Who knows if that's actually going to be the case. However, personally, I think that's the perfect release date. Like, it could not be any better for Nintendo to launch it on that day. Now,
why did he say that?
Yeah, I was gonna say here's my theory. Here's my reasoning why. November 21st is the week of Thanksgiving, which is also the week of Black Friday, if I am correct. That is Thanksgiving.
Yep,
correct.
It's the Friday after.
November 21st.
It's the next day.
No, November 21st is the week before Thanksgiving, I guess, isn't it? Because Thanksgiving would be on the 27th and Black Friday would be on the 28th. Because that's the final week of November.
Let me check this.
I think that's the case.
All right, Thanksgiving is,
28th.
Yeah, so Black Friday is going to be the 28th.
Okay,
this is going to come out supposedly the week before Black Friday.
On Friday, okay. So yeah, that's the point, okay.
People are home from Thanksgiving break.
Yeah, my point is that it's going to come out for Wii U the week before. Everyone goes home. Everyone gets together as a giant family and has this thing, and before Black Friday. So my theory is that people, kids and families or whatever, there's not going to be a whole. I mean, it's going to be a big seller, obviously, but what it's going to do is people are going to buy this. They're going to bring it to their Thanksgiving. Everyone in the family is going to see it and play with them, and it's going to start the Wii revolution all over again. Where people didn't know about the Wii at first, not a whole lot of people bought it. It was sold out, obviously. But when people brought the Wii to their family and grandparents and, aunts and uncles and all these people saw it, everyone wanted one. And that's what I think is going to happen with Super Smash Bros. Is that it's coming out at the perfect time for entire families to see this game. Little brothers, cousins, uncles, all this stuff. And everyone's going to be like, holy shit. So then you mean this isn't a Wii game? This isn't a Wii, peripheral? This is actually a console, and it has a new Super Smash Bros. Game. That is finally going to be the defining moment or the turning point for the Wii U in the US or in Europe or, anywhere else other than Japan. And I think that we're going to see an uptick in sales, like a huge uptick, from the end of November on into, January,
Christmas.
February. Yeah, through Christmas. It's going to be a huge seller. I honestly think that it's going to sell at least 1 million copies before the end of December. Not copies, consoles, Wii U consoles in the US. I believe If I'm not mistaken, let me pull up the doc on my phone. When we made our 2014 predictions at the beginning of the year. Okay, here it is. I predicted the Wii U will outsell the Xbox One and PS4 the month that Super Smash Bros. Is released. That's my prediction.
So that would be November.
So that would be November, even though if it came out on the 21st, it would only have 9 days to sell.
Okay, we'll see.
Still say that, but
I think they're going to be slashing prices on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
For Black Friday?
For Black Friday.
Ooh, $50. $3.50 a piece?
Maybe. I
can't see any more. I can't see any more.
I could see like something where it's like the first 10 people in the store get it for $200.
No.
They do crazy shit like that.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, I know they do, but that would be insane. That would start a war.
Well, that's why people get trampled.
Yeah, I know. I'd go in there strapped, man. I want my Xbox One. No, I mean, I'll have an Xbox One by then, hopefully.
Yeah, I will. By October.
So wait, so you did order the Amazon one, right? Or where did you order yours from?
My
your Xbox One.
Yeah, I ordered from Amazon.
Now they don't pull out the payment until they ship it, right?
Right.
Okay.
So it's perfect. I could, if I suddenly come to a point the day before where I don't have the money, I'll be like, okay, well, let me just pull this out.
Because I was wanting to do that, but it's scary to me to put $400 down on something like that and then just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah. I actually got pretty lucky. I wandered into about $300 this weekend.
Oh, nice.
I apparently had everyone. If you end up working a lot of jobs and whatnot, go check out missingmoney.com and see whether or not your State Department, like your Treasury, just happens to have money that it was lost that you can claim. Because I worked for AMC and I never picked up my last check or something, so AMC forwarded the money to the New Jersey State Treasury, and they've been holding it in escrow for me. And they returned it $300 and interest. That
is really cool.
Yeah, so that just paid for my Xbox One basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to use my student loans.
Okay, back up to the actual number 4 story.
All right.
Unless you have something to say about the release date.
No, nothing.
No? Okay, cool.
All right, back to number 4. Watch Dogs is coming to Wii U officially in November. A release date has finally been revealed for the Wii U version of Watch Dogs. Ubisoft made the announcement that on November 18th, the game will launch in North America and November 21st in the UK. Watch Dogs originally launched back in May of this year, setting Ubisoft records for the first day sales and moving over 4 million copies in a week. The delays the game suffered did not appear to impact sales when it finally arrived on PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PC. While Wii U owners have had to wait even longer for Watch Dogs, Ubisoft has been using the time to polish the game. The Wii U version will feature an interactive map and off-TV play via the Wii U gamepad. I'm buying it.
You're buying
on Wii U?
Watch Dogs on Wii U? Really?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I still haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, you didn't play it, did you?
Yeah, and I generally like supporting devs when they put something out on Wii U.
So what we're really saying is, Ubisoft, congratulations on getting $60.
Yep, you just got
one copy.
One sale just on principle. It's not the better copy, but I will buy it. Same reason why I got Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Is that why you didn't like it? Could have been.
I'm sure it didn't help.
Oh God, I feel bad for you now.
Though I am grabbing Assassin's Creed Unity, probably
PS4
Collector's Edition, on PS4.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you want to play it with your friends, which is what's being advertised, Unity's supposed to be all for playing together cooperatively with friends, then you should definitely get it on PS4.
I'm considering not even going back and playing the other two that I didn't play yet.
Which ones were those?
Assassin's Creed 3, because I stopped I didn't even get to that first major part, the first major spoiler part, which I'm not supposed to say. It's been out for a couple of years. I guess I could say, couldn't I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, where you find out that he's a Templar.
That's not even very far.
No, it's not. Yeah, I didn't even get to that part.
Man.
Yeah,
I was just listening to Game Scoop from 2 years ago when Assassin's Creed 3 launched, and and it was like I believe it was like Mitch Dyer and I don't even remember who else was on there. It was Greg, obviously, Greg and Mitch and. But whatever. Greg was like, yeah, I've enjoyed my time with Assassin's Creed 3. It's an Assassin's Creed game, blah, 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 blah. Mitch was like, no. And she's like, what game takes you 30 hours to do the tutorial? I was just like, dude, you are exaggerating. Like, what? It's like, no, it takes you 5 hours to do the tutorial.
That's
like,
still not a good number.
Well, obviously, but it's not a tutorial. It's part of the story they're telling you to give you backstory on his dad. It's just like, it's there for a reason. And it's an Assassin's Creed game, like everything you do in that is Assassin's Creed like, which is why I was a total agreement with Greg when he was talking about it. He's like, what did you expect? It's an Assassin's Creed game. So what if you didn't get to play as Connor until 5 hours in? You get to play as Connor for the next 60 hours. And I was just like, okay, whatever. It was just really upsetting to see somebody who I think highly of and professionally, and look up to for the things he writes and does, to have some silly opinion like that. And it's just like, man, whatever.
Right. Well, this is widely considered, I think, the worst.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not. No, it's not. Revelations is.
Oh my God, Revelations isn't even a real game.
And that's
like that's like saying the Facebook game is the worst. Of course they're the worst.
Yeah, of course it's the worst. So Watch Dogs. I think you'll enjoy it. I bet they're going to do some cool stuff with the Wii U gamepad.
That's what I assumed. I really thought that they could really implement something cool with the gamepad. I mean, you're there with a phone the entire game. You think they could do something with its screen. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's move on. Number 5?
Sure, number 5.
Or number 7. Wait.
No, 5.
Yeah, I know, but 6, 7, 8. It should be number 8 since it would be the 8th story. But number 5.
All right, let's talk about the NES style 3DS coming. What? Nintendo announced that there are 3 new 3DS XLs, 2 of which have an upcoming games theme and one that has a classic NES console theme. The NES 3DS XL launches, that's a lot of letters.
Yeah.
Launches October 10th for $200 exclusively at GameStop. In related news, Nintendo also revealed the Persona Q Shadow of the Labyrinth 3DS XL, and they officially confirmed that the Super Smash Bros. 3DS XL will be hitting North America on September 19th.
That's Friday. Wait, no.
Awesome.
It's Friday. It's Friday.
Yeah, it's 3 days.
On Great. Friday, woo!
All 3 of these handhelds will be available by the end of the year for $200. None of these consoles come bundled with the game. Why? I mean, I understand like the NES one, that just makes sense, even though they could do something. Like, why not just throw in like a $30 virtual console card?
Or even at that, why not just include a virtual console version, of one of the old Mario games or something we played on NES?
Yeah, that seems like a fantastic idea. I don't see why they don't do that. They don't do that enough, and I think that was one of the better programs that Sony did, was including a gift card and 1 month free with the PlayStation 4. I think that was like a solid move, and more people should do that.
1 month free automatically gave you Resogun and Contrast, which immediately hooked you in to PlayStation Plus. If you weren't already a PlayStation Plus user or a PlayStation...
Well, at least Resogun did.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that you got 2 free games immediately, and all of a sudden you're just like, oh my God, you mean we get games every month like this? Like, that was a perfect idea. Perfect way to do it. But I don't know, that NES-style 3DS looks really cool.
No, I'm not going to get this.
I'm obviously not going to get it. I just bought it.
I hope they make a skin for the new 3DS XL.
Well, I mean, you could probably buy one. Anyway.
No, I'm sure, but they should make the faceplate.
What what's that website that makes gaming stuff? Like,
I don't know.
Random gaming art and stuff you can hang on the walls.
RedTube?
No.
That's totally not it.
Yeah. I was like,
I'm just hoping people go look at it.
We had stories about it early on in the year. Jason, one of our old writers, wrote stories about it.
Oh, Meat Spin.
No, that's not it either.
No. 2 Girls, 1 Cup?
No. PlayStation home items. Let's see. It's that fucking there we go. Etsy.
Oh, Etsy. Yeah, no, I did a lot of that stuff. But that's just art.
But they do skins.
Yeah, they do a lot of that kind of stuff. I think
I'm looking right now at some PlayStation 4 decals.
Right.
So yeah. Hopefully, that'd be cool.
Thanks, Erica.
Two girls, one cup. Okay, so moving on. Number 6, Grand Theft Auto 5 finally has a release date for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. When I say finally has a release date, I should actually say release dates, because they're not all coming out at the same time. Rockstar announced on last Friday that Grand Theft Auto 5 is scheduled for release on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on November 18th. So that'll be Tuesday, the Tuesday before the week of Thanksgiving and stuff like that, which is another, that's another good one. Release it right before Thanksgiving. Everybody gets to go show off a pretty Grand Theft Auto. And then it will be released on January 27th for PC. So 2 months later. Rockstar gave reasons for why it's being delayed on PC, why they needed more time for it. However, I don't give a fuck about Grand Theft Auto, so I didn't read it. No, like that story just broke like today or last night, I believe. And I haven't had time. I was busy with homework, busy with classes, busy with work. Like I've had no time to read that one yet. But I am interested to see what more time, why do they need more time for PC?
I think that's probably to improve stuff or just to polish things because they can do a lot more with it.
I was going to say there's more settings, more adjustments, more things you can do with PC. Probably stuff that has to do with mods, maybe trying to prevent mods, maybe letting it, available, things like that. I know Rockstar is thought of as kind of shunning PC players, that they don't like PC players and stuff like that. That's a popular belief in gaming industry. It's not that's obviously not true, but this was more fuel for that fire. I saw a lot of that, like, oh, Rockstar hates us again. I was like, no, guys, there's reasons for this. Come on, don't say that. Don't be mean. Don't hate each other. Let's just love each other. Yeah.
Maybe PC people just aren't used to delays.
Or expensive games.
They get so little games.
You mean cheap? Or
yeah. Well, cheap and few.
Oh, what? Okay.
Never mind.
No, I just know that, okay, obviously they don't get all of the AAA games. I just know every week when I do the new releases this week, PC has like 15 compared to the 2 for every other console. It's like, oh my God, they have so many games, even though, 14 of the 15 are like random, nobody's heard of games that nobody will play. I say that because I don't like PC games, but that's obvious. It's not the case. People do play those games, and they do sell really well.
I still want to play the Stanley Parable.
I still don't know what that is.
You should.
I hear about it all the time, or I did back when it was first announced and released or whatever, all that stuff. I just never took interest to look into it, which I do with a lot of games, actually. Number 7 on the list is another release date. Dying Light now has a release date. The story says next February just got a little less crowded as Dying Light's release date has been moved up, where it will now launch on January 27th. Lead game designer Maciej
Go for it.
Benkowski. I don't know how you pronounce the first part of the name, but he announced the release date on Twitter. Dying Light will be released for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, and PC when it launches on January 27th. It was, like the beginning of the story said, February got a little less crowded. It was supposed to launch in February. We all know that, The Witcher and The Order, and was supposed to be Batman, and supposed to be Dying Light, and what else? There's another one. Possibly Battlefield Hardline.
That's definitely coming out.
February. Does it have a February release date?
Yeah, I thought it was February.
I don't remember. I knew it was delayed, but I don't remember if they got an exact date. Battlefield. I can't spell Battlefield. Hardline. There we go. We'll launch in 2015.
Battlefield Hardline, just unknown 2015.
Yep, March. Well, this one says March 2015, but I don't know if the will launch 2015 from Electronic Arts. Does it say March anywhere in it? Nope, it doesn't say any. Somebody fucking Wikipedia is so it's so sketchy. But yeah, so that's a lot. There was a lot of games coming out in February, but one by one, they've been slowly trimming that down. I'm really happy that Dying Light moved up into January. There's not a whole lot of games announced for January right now. So that'll give us something to play.
There's Saints Row, right?
Yeah.
Gat Out of Hell.
That's the same day. The same day is Dying Light and Saints Row Gat Out of Hell on the 27th. However, I'm not going to play Saints Row. I don't care for that franchise at all. So, but I will be playing Dying Light because I'm all about zombies. I played Dead Island within the last month or whatever, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to playing that. It looks really cool. I was actually in contact with the developers, with Techland, about Dying Light last year. Or earlier this year. We were supposed to have an interview with them and a bunch of other stuff scheduled, and then they got really, really busy. Then they had to delay the game because it was supposed to be coming out earlier in the year, and it just everything broke down. Communication broke down, and we never got around to doing anything, even though we had sent our interview off and stuff to get it approved by them. It's just nothing happened. So, but
we'll try again.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
got some time now.
And I'm really excited. Dying Light looks really fucking cool. Moving on.
This one is probably May. Yep. The Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us release date has been announced. Release date? What are you talking about? Those games are already out. Well, Telltale Game has announced that The Walking Dead Season 1 and Season 2 will be released for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in October, and The Wolf Among Us will be released in November. Is that really what we have? Is that the whole release date?
Yeah, there's no date.
Okay, so release month. That's great. I like that because I haven't played Season 2 and I might just hold off.
That's great.
I haven't played Walking Dead Season 2. I hear it's fantastic, and
it is.
Yeah, and I'd prefer to play it on a system that can actually handle Telltale games.
Mm-hmm.
Not that there's too much to handle. I just don't understand where the technical limitations are. I'm sure they're there because they can't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
But I always think it's so weird that no other review site or very few review sites actually bring up how often these games stutter and how much lip syncs don't work and the sound will throw off or stuff will just pause.
I mean, you just were on record saying that you haven't beat it. It got better. It's been getting better. It's not nearly as bad as Season 1 was of The Walking Dead. It's improved incredibly, especially
right. Well,
for me,
I'm judging a lot of it off of The Wolf Among Us because I did play all of that.
The Wolf Among Us did have a bunch of hiccups. I don't know. I think that one of their issues is obviously what they're building it on, the software or whatever they're doing it on. But at the same time, it's also because it has to calculate all these different decisions you make and change the next reactions that are happening on the fly really, really fast.
Well, so did Mass Effect, but they just put an elevator in there.
But Mass Effect also has 40 million employees working on it and $500 kajillion to do it. It's BioWare is incredibly big compared to Telltale Games.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm really excited. I've played all of the seasons now. I beat all the seasons of everything Telltale has in the past 2 years. I'm excited to play it again on PS4. So,
how'd you like Wolf Among Us?
How did I like it?
Yeah,
it was good. It was a good story. It was really cool.
What'd you think of the ending?
It left you hanging at the end. I was like, no, what? Who? What? No. However, it wasn't. Nothing will ever compare to the end of Telltale or The Walking Dead Season 1.
Yeah, that just really was a heart-wrentching one. There was a...
But The Walking Dead wasn't going for that. Or not Walking Dead. Wolf Among Us wasn't going for heart-wrenching, which is why it's so hard for me to compare the two. I'm like, I don't know.
Were you ever part of the Facebook group? This is before I was on the team, by the way. But there was a whole Facebook group. It was just a small kind of therapy group for the ending of The Walking Dead. How shattered it left your psyche.
No.
Because I remember just walking away and just going, oh my God, I can't deal with this in a video game.
Oh man. No, I wasn't a part of that. I was a part of a couple spoiler groups where everybody would get on and just talk about each episode after it happened. Somebody invited me to it, and then I never checked in again. like I accepted it, I was like, okay, sure, yeah, whatever, and just never even looked at it. So I don't know. So are you gonna buy it on PS4 then?
Yeah, I might. It matters what the price point is.
Yeah.
I think that's more important than anything. I'm sure that it'll include 400 days, which is nice.
Yeah, it includes it all.
Yeah, I could always go and buy the season pass and play it on the PlayStation 3. I just don't want to. Mm-hmm. If they price it competitively, like I might be willing to pay $30 for this.
Yeah.
I might even be willing to pay $35, but 40 may be where I just go. No, I'll just go grab the $15 version.
Sorry, I just totally lost my train of thought. But okay, so here's what I just thought of this. You're gonna have your Xbox One at the end of then. You could buy The Walking Dead Season 1 for Xbox One and get your first 1,000-point game for your Xbox Live account.
Yeah, that'll help me win my second pizza.
1,000 achievement point game. I might have to do that now. Not platinum, I guess. Get 1,000 points for each game.
I'm gonna have GameFly just for the 2 months so I could beat you.
Well, I already have GameFly and I have the 2-game version of it. So, bitch, let's do this.
Doesn't mean you could beat him faster than me.
Well, it's probably true.
No,
well,
you probably can. That's during my finals.
I was going to say, what's going to happen is we're both going to get all competitive, and then finals are going to start, and neither of us are going to get a single achievement. Or no, we're both going to get like the same amount in Sunset Overdrive and not touch a single other game. Oh, I guess Halo's coming out too.
Master Chief Collection, absolutely.
Dude, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to beat Halo together.
I've never played Halo.
We could co-op the story together and fucking... Oh, man, that would be fun. That would be really fun. That'd be way better than beating it alone. Halo is really about the experience together, just like Destiny. So that's fun.
I haven't played Destiny with anyone yet.
Really? All I've done is play... Well, I guess I played the story. I played the story all by myself because I don't want people talking over the story parts.
Yeah, that was the thing. That's still waiting to finish that up.
Yeah, because when we played it during the alpha and beta, me and Miles, like we always had conversations going over everything that was talking, and so I'd never heard what was going on, so I didn't know why we were doing anything. But so then I've made a point to beat all the story by myself and then play Crucible and Strikes together with other people.
Right. That said, I don't think there's too much to miss story-wise. I think if you talk over it, then you lose like everything because there are probably only about 10 or 15 minutes of story, if that.
We should do a spoiler cast or impressions for QTE for Destiny this week. You want to do that?
Zombie cast.
Yeah, zombie cast. So let's move on. The final two news topics or news stories. Number 9, Microsoft has officially purchased Mojang, or Mojang, I believe it's actually pronounced, which is the creator of Minecraft. It was confirmed on their official website that Microsoft has bought Minecraft for $2.5 billion. Founder Marcus Notch Pearson or whatever.
I think it's Person.
I don't know. States that he has grown tired of working for such a big organization. He and the other two co-founders, Jacob and Carl, are leaving the company, concluding this deal. The support and development will continue for Minecraft on PC, PS3, PS4, Vita, iOS, and Android platforms. Minecraft will continue to evolve, and it will be, and it is predicted that most of their staff will continue working there. The founders, Notch, Carl, and Jacob, are leaving. We don't know what they're planning. It won't be Minecraft related, but it will probably be cool. That's what was said on the story. So yeah, that was a huge news. That's huge news. That was rumored last week, finalized over the weekend, and then announced Monday morning, bright and early. Microsoft released a really cool video. Basically, it was just talking about when they first started working with them on Minecraft for Xbox 360 and how much they've grown in the past 3 years or whatever, how popular the games got, how they didn't expect it to get as big as it was, and how, they wanted to buy them out, or they wanted to buy them and help them work into the future and evolve and stuff. So it was a really well put together video announcing it. It's only like 3 minutes or 4 minutes long. Really respectful. I like the way they handled it. And I like the points they made a point to say that if you play it on other consoles, don't worry. We're not taking it away. We're going to improve it. We're going to make it better. We're still going to support it on other platforms. However, that does not mean that Minecraft 2 won't be just on Xbox. That could be the case. But Minecraft sounds like it's going to continue to stay on everywhere. I'm not a Minecraft player, even though I did just buy it.
Though we are awesome at Minecraft. All of us.
Greg and Brian.
Yeah, so that's true.
As you probably heard at the beginning of the intro of this podcast. But yeah, we're not.
Oh my God! Wait, that comes out today, tomorrow. When does that come out? The new podcast Beyond.
Today. Why?
Oh, we got to watch that.
Oh shit! Yeah. Well, I mean, hopefully it's today. Did it get delivered?
I don't know.
I haven't checked. I could pull that up though. You want to go on with the next story since you claimed it?
Yeah, sure. We're not going to talk about this more?
Well, I mean, I was going to pull that up and then we could continue.
Okay. Well, just going off of this, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who are pretty upset about. I'm talking about the story, by the way. There's a lot of people who are upset about this on both ends. The fans of Minecraft just think that Microsoft's going to buy into it and, of course, ruin the company, much like they did for Rare, supposedly, if you're not a fan of what Microsoft has done to Rare. On the other end, a lot of people say Microsoft is making a really bad business move. They're essentially just buying the Baja Men after they made Who Let the Dogs Out. Mojang's a one-hit wonder, and Minecraft isn't going to net them nearly as much as what they're spending on it.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about it. $2.5 billion seems like a ton of money, but
it's been the highest selling Xbox 360 game for how long now? Every single week makes a shitload of money. So like, how much of that actually pays off what they just bought? Because it's been 3 years since it was released on Xbox 360. It was like 2010.
Right, but how much can they actually do with it anymore? I don't know if Minecraft is a game that can. I don't think Minecraft's a game that can have a sequel.
But they have expansion packs all the time of like new games, like Assassin's Creed or something like that, or Doctor Who, like they do.
So you're saying turn it into like a Lego franchise,
something like that, where they sell $5 like skins pack, where you
not even that. Like they could just make, how they do like Lego franchise games. They could probably do Minecraft franchise games and like make tons of money, like stupid money.
Yeah.
God, that really can net them stupid. Like anything
it
Minecraft.
It already does. But
all right, maybe this is a good investment.
Now that they own it and it's not, Mojang or whatever, like they could make, especially since Microsoft already has so much money and they have better marketing, they have better development teams, they have better people that have ideas, they could do so much with this, just like you're saying with Lego. But back to what we were talking about Podcast Beyond.
Right.
I just got confirmation. It was delivered yesterday.
Sweet.
So it post office delivered it.
So yeah, let them know.
Well, hopefully, if all goes as planned, you guys should watch Podcast Beyond's video when it goes up this week. I don't think the video will go up today, but the audio version doesn't it? And then the video version tomorrow, I think, something like that. Because if they actually do what we asked them to do, and
very politely,
and what they said when we contacted them on Twitter and stuff, is they'll be opening up a package we sent them. So hopefully
of ladybugs
that Greg was so afraid of us sending them. But yeah, so hopefully they open up our package we sent them. So go ahead and check that out. If they do, go comment on the video or comment on the story or the YouTube video or whatever. Say Mong and then Beyond. All that good stuff. But yeah, hopefully they did that. And so we have one more story.
Yep. This is one that we actually broke, which is fantastic. I love when we get to do that. SteamWorld Heist was announced. The creators of SteamWorld, Day Image and Forum, have officially announced the newest iteration of SteamWorld series, SteamWorld Heist. The game follows a few years after Rusty's foray in the Wild West. An unknown cataclysmic event has befallen the Cowbots, and water is scarce. The game
Sorry,
Yeah, the cowbots. The game is not a sequel to the critically acclaimed SteamWorld Dig, merely set in the same universe. Instead of a platforming Metroidvania, the game will be a turn-based strategy game. Of course, this isn't the first time the SteamWorld series has had a complete overhaul in genre. SteamWorld Dig was the successor of a little-known DSiWare game, SteamWorld Tower Defense, which it was clearly a sports game or something. I couldn't label the genre. The news comes days after Image Inform announced the joint project with Swedish developer Zoink, who made Stick It to the Man, to begin self-publishing. So now they're going to be self-publishing their own games, which is great. While the release date is scheduled for spring 2015, no price point is expected. No price point is expected, and platforms have been no price point or expected platforms have been announced. Got it.
Yeah.
Damn it. See, this is like Oxford comma stuff right here.
This is just dyslexia is what it is.
However, if it is any indicator, SteamWorld Dig was released on Nintendo 3DS, PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, and Wii U. I put PlayStation 3, but that's not correct.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited about this.
Yeah, I don't know. I love Image Inform, and I love their games, and SteamWorld Dig is one of my favorite indie titles ever. But that might be because it's a platforming Metroidvania for all I know. I think I'm really interested to see where this goes, and I'll definitely buy into it. But I need to see how this works Yeah,
I'm not really a strategy game fan. I've said that many times. But
you only like RPGs. You're not a fan of strategy.
Yeah,
though.
well, it's strategy is like, it's like playing army men, little army men, and putting them in places and having them set up the perfect strategy to beat the other guys. And if you fuck up, you lose. It's like I'm not very good at moving pieces around a board.
Do you ever play a Fire Emblem?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I do want to try that one though.
Yeah.
But
it's very
just
intuitive, which is good.
It's just I've never been good at strategy games. However, I did really enjoy SteamWorld Dig, and so I like their games. And I would like to give this one a shot. I'm assuming it's probably going to be a $15 game. It's going to be similar to the size and scope of SteamWorld Dig, but it's going to be strategy.
They say it's going to be a lot larger.
What?
They say it's going to be a lot larger. They answered a few of my questions.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Post story. They said that Rusty's not going to be in it, but his legacy may be in it.
Interesting.
They also noted that, they noted that it's going to be a much larger game than SteamWorld Dig, so expect that. I forgot that you got SteamWorld Dig.
Yeah. I've told you that like 4 times.
Yeah,
now.
I know, and I keep forgetting.
You always
play
forget
indie games. And you liked it?
Oh yeah. I've not gotten very far. I play it at random times for like 5 to 10 minutes at a time is what I do. I don't play it for very long, but I dig a little bit deeper. I discover something new, and then I go back up. I sell all the gems and everything, and then normally save turn off. It's what I play before I go somewhere really quick if I need something to do. That's the kind of thing. That's when I play it.
Right.
But yeah, I really enjoy it. It reminds me of all the digging games I used to play online. Back in like middle school and high school.
Not Minecraft though.
No, Minecraft wasn't really a thing back when I was playing games in middle school and high school. That was a long time ago. It reminds me of those games, and so it really was really appealing to me. So I ended up purchasing it day one when it was released. So I'm excited to see how it goes. It's next spring, so not too long. I'm sure we're going to hear about a lot more about it soon. They don't have a whole lot of time to tell us about it. So
yeah, there's a teaser trailer, so you could go ahead and look at that.
Yeah, it's really not a whole
Bare
lot
bones.
of teaser, but yeah.
You get the atmosphere.
Yeah, space. The final frontier. So that wraps up the news from nowhere. We're going to move into the review wrap-up, Lou's favorite section. Mm-hmm.
It's a very sparse review wrap-up this week.
Yeah, we didn't have a whole lot of games, and there's a reason for that.
Everyone bought one game.
Everyone bought one game, yeah. And most smart developers decided that, hey, let's not release this week. So the only game we actually have reviewed, which is not posted on the website yet, so if you are listening to this Uh-oh. My headphones just came unplugged. Sorry about that. But if you were listening to this, hopefully we'll have the review up by the time it's posted. However, that's probably not going to be the case, but it will be soon after or within a few hours or whatever. We reviewed Destiny. We had several people play fucking for the entire week, basically, and weekend. Put in hundreds of hours combined and collabed to come together for this review. And as a hive mind, we scored it together. We mathematical equations. We devised up how we should score it and weighted everything and put it all together. And we ended up coming with Destiny is an 8.4 out of 10. Kind of like Lou and I have mentioned a few times already during this podcast, Destiny does a lot of things well. A lot of things really, 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 really great. However, there are a lot of shortcomings, one of them being the story. the one that Lou has harped on so far during this podcast is the story is very, very bare bones, very get you to the next planet, get you to explore everything kind of thing.
Right.
But everything else is really fun. Crucible's really fun. Strikes are really fun. Playing with friends is extremely fun. I often say that, and I don't think I say it on the podcast, but I talk to people about playing online. When people want me to play online, I don't like playing like Call of Duty and Halo and stuff online by myself. I'm not good at, joining some random team and team deathmatch or whatever and trying to compete. It's just no fun for me. I like to have somebody in my party with me, at least one other friend, and some chatting about it, and because that makes the time go by way faster, way more fun. It makes me more competitive and stuff like that. And that's the same way with Destiny. If you're playing with randoms, now given you may like playing with randoms, you may be about that. I am not. I was not having fun when I played with randoms this weekend, but as soon as I played with friends, Destiny became so much more fun, so much better. I lost the entire weekend to Destiny. I did not expect this whatsoever. I am on record saying that I wasn't going to buy Destiny until after I played the alpha or the beta or whatever. One of them, whatever I played, it made me finally excited for it. And even then, once we got closer to release, I wasn't sure if I was going to buy it. And after playing an hour of it on Gamefly, I decided that I needed to buy it and then played it all fucking weekend. I woke up in the morning, turned it on, played it until I went to bed. It was ridiculous how much time I lost to it. And I haven't done that with a game in so long. So long. So, be sure and check out the review when it goes live. It's really, really extensive. It's a deep review. It looks at every section of the game. So, if you don't want to read all that, look at the score, see the summary and all that, the verdict part. However, if you are on the fence about buying it and you really want to know what we thought about each section of the game and how, the replayability is and all that stuff, you'll find that if you just read the entire review. I'm excited to post it. It was a big project for us to do. That's for sure. But that's the only game we reviewed this week. The next section, listener questions. We had, 5 questions submitted this week. You want to start?
Yeah, sure. We'll start with Tunde's question, pronounced Tunde Amabola. No, I can't do that.
I can't do his last name.
I can't do it either.
It's not happening. Sorry.
From Canada. From Canada?
From Canada.
From Canada.
From Canada. Blame Canada. Sorry.
Okay. Why is that many reviews, impressions for Destiny are focusing primarily on the story / single player? Bungie never promoted these things. Even the community manager, the guy who did most of the interviews and talked to press, got his job because of his experience in managing online communities.
Okay. For one thing, Destiny or Bungie did actually promote the story. Single player, not so much. They never really talked about, they did mention that you could beat the game mostly by yourself if you wanted to, but they didn't really focus on that. However, they did advertise the story a lot and would give us story teasers. big trailers, that they would announce or show off at events and stuff like that. So they did show off a lot of that. However, the majority of the story trailers they showed us was the story, like we could have figured out the story by simply watching those trailers. So I believe a lot of reviewers, are looking too much into that. I'm right there with you, and I've seen a lot of people just destroy Destiny because its story was so simple, not very deep or anything like that, not very good. Destiny's not a game that you can judge on its story. It's when people reviewed Halo, even Halo wasn't reviewed, primarily because its story was so great. Halo got such good reviews because you could co-op with your buddies and beat the story, and it was more fun to do that. And you could play online, and it was so much fun to play online and competitive multiplayer. It's like that's why Halo was so successful and got such good reviews. And I don't understand why that's not the case with Destiny. Why people aren't doing the same thing, saying, hey, Crucible's just like Halo Online, because it literally is. And then we also have strikes, and now we're going to have raids and all these other things. It's just, I don't know. It seems silly to me that people are putting way more stock into the story, than should be. But then again, that's my opinion, that it shouldn't be so much story.
Right. Well, my opinion on this is that the storytelling or narrative abilities of video games have substantially increased over the years.
Yes. I agree.
For instance, we couldn't back when Halo was, in its prime, that might have been the best kind of story that we could get, or that might have been the top tier. The strong
male protagonist who doesn't talk a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, now we have games like The Last of Us, which are completely different genres, but
BioShock.
And BioShock and, really fantastic stories. And the way that the game was framed, even making the game, like from the get-go, starting off with beautiful trailer and some sort of description about the world and this giant evil plaguing it, it's not so much the story isn't good, it's just they don't tell the story.
Yep.
The story's there. If you read the Grimoire cards, there are going to be people who do that. Not too many people, but there are going to be people. Mm-hmm. The story is there, and I'm guessing that it's a fantastic story. The issue is that a lot of people think, and I think rightfully so, that Bungie should have taken that time and either completely left it out or, not make the impression of a grandiose story, or they should have just put the extra work into it. Plus, it didn't help that the voice acting was...
The depth of the story is certainly there. Every planet has its own life form. Every planet has a reason why it's there. Every planet has a history of when humanity was there and what happened. It just doesn't take the time to tell you that during the story. You have to go out of your way to read that, like you were saying on the Grimoire cards. And it's just... I feel like they could tell you that so much better. Like, honestly, I've at the end of the game and everything, and I still don't know or understand why the ghost revived me specifically as a guardian. Like what exactly the Traveler is, what exactly the ghost is, how
what is the Traveler? Is it just a floating planet thing? What is that?
It's a living being, I believe. It's just like there's not enough that's told during the story that like really I don't know. It's cutting. It's out there. It's the depth is there. It's just not telling you enough during the story or telling it the right way to hook people.
Part of it, I think, is also a sense of disappointment. Like, people know that they could handle these stories well. You see these cutscenes throughout, like scattered throughout, and they're pretty much done very well. Just like in the absence of a story. Not to make any spoilers, but when you see later, like halfway through the story, the brother and sister talking, I remember thinking like, oh man, this is a fantastic plot. I just wish I knew who characters were or what these things are or what my plot is.
Or why they are where they are, why their, society is set up the way it is. Why they're so against outsiders, like all these questions I have that I have no idea, like I want to know so bad. and it would improve the story tenfold knowing these things, you know? And it's just, Bungie just did not hit on their storytelling on this one, which, you know, is not to say it's a bad thing, because, you know, Destiny is supposed to be a 10-year thing. You know, hopefully going to have sequels, you know, hopefully going to have so much more content and stories told. And hopefully this is just a bare bones beginning plot to it. Hopefully we're going to know way more about all this stuff in the future. Hopefully Destiny 2 improves on this stuff. You know, it's like there's so many different things that it has a lot of room for improvement. I guess that's what we can say.
But reviewing the game as it is now, you can't just avoid the story thing.
But you also can't wait the entire game on the story when you're going to play the story for 8 hours and you're going to play the Crucible and Strikes and all that other stuff for 40 plus. You know, if you're really into the game, you're playing with friends, 80% of your time is going to be playing other stuff other than the story, which is where I think the wait should go. You should wait the story at the end, at the very last percentage of it or whatever. But everything else, you know, the most fun and the most time you're going to spend is playing multiplayer or strikes or raids and upper level stuff. Not the simple story.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of reminded me a bit of Titanfall, where they threw in like small story narrations. Yeah. Like there comes a point where you don't even need to do that. And if
Titanfall even patched it so where you don't even have to do that anymore.
Yeah, which is great, because you shouldn't have to, because there is no real story. And you know, there is a story here, but it's pretty unnecessary.
It's literally just to get you to see each planet and see the alien life forms and to know a little bit of background. Like that's it. Like
This is a learning point for Bungie, and I hope that they take it and build something great from it, because there's a lot of good stuff here that they can build from.
For sure. Next question comes from Jake, and he's like, Mong! I'm not sure if I've asked this before, but if I did, oh well. I'm a guy who typically doesn't watch anime, but when I do, it's stuff like Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Paranoia Agent, Attack on Titan, and anything Studio Ghibli does. I've been looking for a new anime to watch. What are your guys' top 3 suggestions? Jake. That's a good question. You're not an anime watcher, are you?
No, Jake, you just named some anime that I've never heard of. I'm gonna go out there and just recommend Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon. Yu-Gi-Oh! If you have the free time.
I guarantee
Yu-Gi-Oh! The abridged series.
No, I guess I can't say that's a guarantee. I was gonna say, I guarantee he's seen Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon. You know, like those are the ones that we watch as kids.
Have you ever watched the abridged series of those?
What?
The abridged series on YouTube?
No.
They're really funny.
I'm sure they are, yeah. Okay, so top 3 that I could recommend. Number 1, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Best anime I've ever seen. But it's a heart-wrenching story. It's really good. It's about family. It's about doing anything for your family, the links you'll go to and stuff like that. And it's just set in a really cool world. That is absolutely my favorite, and I recommend that one to anyone for their first time watching an anime. God, after that, it gets hard to start recommending them, because there are so many other really good ones that it's hard to order them. But I'm going to go with the next one being Code Geass, and it's let's see, it is about a kid, a boy, a high school student who gets the power to compel people to do anything he wants just by looking them in the eye. And it's set in a world, like an alternate world, Earth, where the UK, Britain has Great Britannia is what it's called, I believe. They've taken over the world. They rule everything, basically. And they've taken over Japan, and Japan is now like Territory 13 or something like that. Like, it's been a while since I've seen it. And so like this kid is actually one of the emperor's one of his sons, like his 21st son, or I don't even remember, you know. And so he's at the very end of the line, and something happens to his parents, and so you know he actually considers himself like he lives in Japan or Territory 13 or whatever, and he gets this power. And he uses this power to try to rebel against the government, the world government, basically. And it starts this revolution. And it is fucking awesome. It's like 48 episodes long, something like that. And it is so good. And actually, now that I'm talking about it, the plot's a little bit similar to Full Metal Alchemist, but it's it's not close enough that you would be like, oh, those are the same shows. No way, they're so different. But yeah, those two I definitely recommend. Those two are really serious ones. I mean, they have funny moments, but I'll recommend a third one as a funny one. Even though there are a shitload that you need to watch if you want really just good ones. But a funny one you should watch would be Ouran High School Host Club. That one is absolutely hilarious from start to finish. It's about a girl who goes to this prestigious high school, and she's from like a Slav family. Like, they don't have any money. She got a scholarship to get into this high school. And it's like filled with rich kids, like absolutely rich kids who like know nothing about what it's like to be poor. And she is such a slob that she looks like a boy. She has her hair cut short because gum got in or whatever. And she stumbles into this room, that's like a host club. What it is these boys, these really pretty rich boys who hold this host club room where these other rich girls come into it and basically like pay to be in their presence. And the boys just flatter them and stuff and make them feel good. And she stumbles in there and gets roped into being one of the hosts because they think she's a boy. And it's just hilarity ensues for the entire rest of the series as people start to figure out that she's actually a girl and all this other stuff. And it is fucking hilarious. But yeah, so those are the three I say, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Code Geass, and Ouran High School Host Club. Go check all those out. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy them. They're really, really common. Like, people hold them, all three of those, in high regards. So those are three that you'll get recommended from anybody. Obviously there are other ones that people will recommend as well, but those are three that everyone seems to enjoy. And Jake's second question is, what are some games that you would like to see announced at Tokyo Game Show? I would like to see the Next Gen Tales game, or a Next Gen Tales game. A Final Fantasy VII collection includes Final Fantasy VII with trophies, Dirge of Cerberus, and Crisis Core HD, Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch, and a port of the HD Kingdom Hearts games, including Dream Drop Distance. I know. Some of these will never happen. Dude, I'm totally in agreement with all of you, or with all of those. Bring all of those to PS4. That would be awesome.
Yeah, there are games that I'd totally love to see ported over, but wouldn't be in TGS.
Yeah. Well, these are all Japanese games. That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
Ni no Kuni 2, PS4.
Yeah, Ni no Kuni is always going to be on that list.
I don't know how they could do a sequel, though.
Yeah. Would you like to see announced at the Tokyo Game Show? Yeah, I don't have nearly enough of a legacy with Japanese games.
Finally, Guerrilla Games comes out and shows off their new RPG. They would not do that in Japan.
I just want Mass Effect Trilogy on PS4. That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah, that would be announced at VGAs.
Yeah, so I know.
That's, man. Yeah, so you're just going to hold on, just say, here we go. I'm going to make one for you. You want them to announce a Final Fantasy collection that comes with every Final Fantasy game on PS4 for $60.
Yeah, but that's like asking for the Master Chief collection. Like, it was impossible.
At least it's Japan.
Yeah.
Okay. Questions from Dennis. You want to do these ones?
Yeah, sure. From Dennis. How much does replay value have to say how good a game is? In other words, how much does replay value factor into our reviews or when we try to figure out the worth of a game?
That's really hard to say because different games shouldn't be judged based off of that. Like, one game can and one game shouldn't be,
Depends how long the game is. If we're talking about like a 40, 60, 70, 80 hour RPG, then you don't need replayability. You get enough of that game in the regular gameplay.
But even then, though, it's still, if you really enjoy it, the replayability is higher. It's like the Tales games. Like, a lot of people don't want to play those games a second time, but I do because I enjoy it so much. And I think since the replayability is so high, that's what forced me to buy all of the Tales games. Why I finally decided, I'm going to buy every single Tales game that comes out because I'm going to play it multiple times. So that definitely helped it. But then there are other games.
Yeah, but it's always a big factor in my reviews, at least, because I like knowing that maybe not so much replayability, but just overall value for the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I'm paying $60 for a game, I want to spend a decent amount of time with it, or I want to be able to and want to go back and spend more time with it.
Yeah, exactly. I said earlier how I decided on Friday that I was going to go buy Destiny, and I finally did. What ended up making me make that decision was I realized that, I enjoyed playing it on GameFly for the day I did play it on there. But I was like, dude, this is the kind of game where all of my friends are going to be playing it for the next month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. And if I buy it, then I can go back and play it anytime. Even if I take a break for a few weeks, I'll still have it and I can go back and play with Lou. I can go back and play with Miles. I can go back and play with Josh. If we want to have some random Destiny event, MONG event, where we have a Friday night where everybody gets on and plays together. And that's replayability right there. Even if I beat the game, I could still go back and do it again as a different character, as a different class, as a different subclass, level it all up, and play it again with friends. And that's awesome. That's replayability, and that definitely helps Destiny. Next question?
Next question. Also from Dennis, do you think that the Gamergate controversy accomplished something?
Whoa. He said hashtag Gamergate.
No, I added the hashtag.
Oh, damn it. Sorry, Dennis.
Hashtag Gamergate.
Hashtag Gamergate. I can't answer this one, so I wouldn't know.
To some extent, yes, I think. Besides, hurting a lot of feelings and driving people out of the industry and being a big pain in the ass for a lot of people, I think Gamergate, to some extent, had a lot of people looking just at the connections between developer or publisher and news organizations. I don't think that there was that much of an issue in the industry to begin with, but certainly this industry is not like other kinds of reporting industries. It's not like being in the news. I doubt that Bill O'Reilly is best friends with President Bush or with President Obama. However, for us, it's more common where I can go online and maybe talk to the people at Imageform, or I could go online and we have Steve Gaynor on Skype, and it kind of works like that, and the industry has to work like that because that's how you get leads. But I think now a lot of people are looking back and trying to take a deeper look at their ethics principles. And maybe revise it, maybe add a couple of, I think it was The Escapist actually that went back and revised their entire ethics code and all of that. I don't know. I think something may have been accomplished. It's definitely not, I don't think it outweighs all of the hurt it did. Or, the lives that it may or may not have ruined. But I think that there is a silver lining to some of this, and finding that and expanding that is going to be the bright part of Gamergate if you are a fan of it.
For sure. Sorry, I just don't have a comment. I don't have an opinion because I don't know enough about any of this to actually say anything. Again, just like last week. But anyways... So, ready to move on? Finish up this podcast? Episode 51?
Yeah.
Game releases this week on PS3. We have Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution and Fairy Fencer F. On PlayStation 4, we have Air Conflicts Vietnam Ultimate Edition and Flockers. On PlayStation Vita, we have Murasaki Baby and Murasaki Baby. And Run Like Hell.
Okay. You want me to do the rest?
I'll do Xboxes, and then you can take PC and below.
Sure.
That's about even. On Xbox 360, we have again Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution, And then on Xbox One, we just have Flockers.
All right. So for PC, we have, of course, an avalanche of games. We have Archage, Boson X, Boson?
Boson. I don't know, though. I have no idea.
Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution. They couldn't fit any more words into that. The Wasteland, Spacecom, Doorways, The Underworld, Cosmonautica. Ooh, that sounds fancy.
Fancy.
Endless Legends, Roundabout, Pro Rugby Manager 2015, Eliminage Gothic, Elminage, sure. Wasteland 2, which we have a feature on, so go check that out.
I bet it's Eliminage.
Eliminage.
Or no, sorry, I put letters in there. It's
Eliminate.
That's not it. Go on.
And then Life is Feudal,
Your own.
Your Own.
Right.
On the Wii U, we have Kickbeat Special Edition, Darts Up, Spiky Walls, and Arrow Time U.
Arrow Time U.
Those were, it sounds like I made all those up.
You probably did.
Smiley Face Rhythm Beat. I don't know. Anyway, on 3DS, we have Theater Rhythm, Final Fantasy Curtain Call.
Is that how it's pronounced? Theater Rhythm?
I think so.
Oh. Okay, that makes more sense.
How'd you think it was?
I had no idea. I've
Theatrhythm?
See, I've looked at that word ever since it was announced, like a year ago now? And I've always been like, did they fucking make up a word? Like, I don't get it. Like, I had no idea how to pronounce it.
Yeah, because it looks like it's on a stage, so I always figured it was theater.
No, that makes sense. And now it looks like that. I just never heard anybody say it out loud. That's okay, cool.
Okay, and there's also Cooking Mama 5, Bon Appetit. I was actually considering getting that, reviewing it.
Do it.
Cooking Mama is a really interesting game.
You should do it.
Well, now they have Super Smash Bros. Demo. I don't know if I can. My life is gone.
Your life is gone.
Destiny.
Breaking news. Destiny's Vault of Glass raid has finally been defeated. It went live last night. It went live overnight, and up until just an hour ago or half an hour ago, it hadn't been defeated yet.
We did it.
So yeah,
Not us.
Somebody did it. Prime Guard HQ. They posted a picture with proof half an hour ago. Okay, so apparently it took them. They had to get 1,100. No, that was one player. Holy shit. Okay. Their players, they had 6 players, level 28, level 26, level 27, level 26, level 28, level 28. Their kills, 876, 671, 820, 1,111, 806, 1,447. Oh my god.
And their kill to death ratio is that
3.95.
That means they've died like 300 times
a piece
in level.
Like, and each of their assists, 397 or 396 or 379. I'm so dyslexic. 917, 380, 822, 424, 802. Oh my god. Note that they collected 281 deaths by
though you could still be the first person to do it on hard mode.
Yeah, that's true. That is incredible. Oh my god, I wonder how long that took.
Time to do it.
There's no timer on it. We need to do it. We need to get together the MONG team and do it.
I'm not at 26 yet, but I'm working.
Power level that shit. Let's do it.
I've been doing solid like 6-hour stretches, so that's going to be later.
Okay, so that is the end of the new releases this week, and that's the end of episode 51 of the podcast. So thank you for listening once again. As always, we record on Tuesdays, and now we release on Tuesday evenings as soon as possible, as soon as it's produced. It takes a little bit to do it. You can always email us at mong.podcast@gmail.com or at contact.mong@gmail.com. To reach us, to send us questions, comments, anything like that, you could find our Mong Twitter at mong.com, all spelled out, .com. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/Mong Network. And you can find us on Facebook, Tumblr, and Instagram by searching for Middle of Nowhere Gaming. And you can find us on iTunes as well for searching for Middle of Nowhere Gaming. The website is middleofnowheregaming.com, so be sure and check it out every day for all the latest editorials, news, and reviews. One more shout out to, you could join our Mong Destiny clan by going to the link that'll be included in the description or in the story. Wherever you're watching it, it should be there. We welcome you all to join us so we can go on raids and stuff. That'll be fun. Anyways, you can find us all on Twitter. You can find, or us both, I guess. You can find me at Osborne_2009, and you can find Lou at
Lou Cantaldi.
And are you still
waiting? Yeah,
I'm still looking for a new one.
Yeah, come on, anyone.
Someone help him out. Ask Josh to do it. Josh, help him out. Josh is really good with puns and songs and stuff like that. Josh will do it. So we will talk to you all again next week with episode 52, and hopefully later this week with a QTE, the return of the QTE. If not, don't hate me.
I'm gonna hate you.
Oh no! Mong!
Mong!